All right, guys, we are here live with White Panda. Thanks so much for talking with me, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, happy to be here.
So you really got your start with or your big break, I guess, with a remix of, or mashup, what would you call it, of the Disclosure song and Sam Smith?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of funny with mashups. Like everybody thinks a different song is a big break, and who heard it first? Cooler Than Latch is that one. We put that out a couple years out. We'd been like 2 or 3 albums in at that point. Did a couple more after that, but yeah, that was a really popular one.
And what was that like for you when that like really started taking off?
I mean, it's always great to see the fans enjoy it. I think, it's not. I don't mean this to be in a cocky way, but like with mashups, like you're working with other people's creative work a lot of the time, and right. It's really quality. And when you mix the right type of things together, you can hear just as a fan of those artists how good it is. So it isn't like that surprising when you're just like, oh man, like Disclosure just sounds so good with Mike Posner here.
Yeah, and I love both of those artists. So your work on it was absolutely sick. So for you, how do you decide which ones that you want to put together? Does it just happen organically, or is it like a conscious choice?
It's a mix, it's a lot of trial and error. It's usually you find one song first that you want to work with, whether it's like a really sweet rhythmic vocal or like a compelling electronic beat. Sometimes you can just hear it like walking through a store, pull up the Shazam, see what it is. Go back, figure out key signature, syncopation, rhythm, all things like that, and try and find other records that have similar makeups in that way. And then just kind of like try a bunch of stuff together, find what works. When you find something that's cool, then you just kind of shape it, build it, chop it up, and make it into sort of a poppy, catchy new version of the original song.
And then have you ever like tried to, that you really love them individually and then tried to put them together and it just didn't work?
Oh, constantly.
Really?
There's like probably 19 tracks I throw away for every one that you'll end up hearing.
Oh, wow. So there's really that many that you're like...
Yeah, the process for an album is like making probably 200 mixes and then picking my favorite 30 and then trying to mix them all together.
Wow. And what is a standard for you to like start collecting, like, oh, I want to put this on my list for the album?
I'm always collecting. I mean, it's not, it's not like I have limited space where I can keep stuff. So it's stuff that I'm inspired by. When I get working, I can get really bogged down and just sort of like get zombie eyes while I'm staring at a computer screen for hours at a time.
Right.
But then if I get up and do something else and I'm like excited to go back home and listen to the mix, that's usually a good sign that it's going to be a quality track.
And then live, I mean, you're like royalty at Firefly. You've been here, I don't know, pretty much almost every year, right?
Yeah, we missed a couple, but I think this is the 6th.
6, okay. All right, so what is it like? I mean, you come back every single year, you tear the house down, people are just, it's a party, it's lit. So what is that like for you to do, to get people so hyped like that?
I mean, this festival has been really special to me from the beginning. It's one of the biggest stages we were ever on early in the career, and the relationship went beyond the performance. We would work on releasing the lineup with them, and they've always been a very artist-friendly festival, which I appreciated. They've just had their ducks in a row from day one. I never expect to be invited back, but I'm always so appreciative when I do. The crowd has been the same way. I know there are people out there that have like traditions, glow stick tosses, and that always add White Panda to their lineup regardless of what else is going on. Sometimes we're up against Chance the Rapper or something like that. So right. I really appreciate those people that are loyal and come out and see me every year. I hope that it's like a cherished moment in their repeat Firefly experiences.
And what can we expect from you next? What's up for your next after Firefly?
Well, we've been a little quiet for a while. I've been working on a bunch of new original tracks. Firefly is a festival that I had to say yes to, and what otherwise is going to be a pretty quiet summer as I wrap a bunch of music, hopefully launching a few new original songs leading into the fall, and then maybe a tour next spring.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. I am here. Oh, I guess it would help if the mic's up to my... Thank you, brother. I am here with White Panda live at Firefly 2019 in Dover, Delaware. Peace out.